Good morning. Welcome to Walk Before You Run. Today, let's walk through Job 28. Job 28. And let's just talk about God's gift of wisdom. Job 28 says, surely there is a vein for the silver, or a mine for the silver, and a place for gold where they find it. Good morning. Good morning. We're in Job 28. Verse 2 says, iron is taken out of the earth, and brass is molten out of the stone. He setteth an end to darkness, and searcheth out all perfection, the stones of darkness, and the shadow of death. The flood breaketh out from the forgotten. The flood breaketh out from the inhabitant, even the waters forgotten of the foot. They are dried up, they are gone away from men. As for the earth, out of it cometh bread, and under it is turned up as it were fire. The stones of it are the place of sapphires, and it hath dust of gold. There is a path which no fowl knoweth, and which the vulture's eyes hath not seen. The lion's whelps have not trodden it, nor the fierce lion passed by it. He putteth forth his hand upon the rock. He overturneth the mountain by the roots. He cutteth out rivers among the rocks, and his eye seeth every precious thing. Now, I want to stop there just for a second because, well, I'll read 11. He bindeth the floods, and that bindeth means that he just dams it up. The over from overflowing, and the thing that is hid bringeth he forth to light. Now, this is talking about this he is man. So man has labored and can labor to bring forth jewels of stone, of precious metal. He can work to gather and prepare food to eat. It talked about the bread. He can make clothes to wear. All of what he uses is already here, provided for him, and it's provided for his use. Talking about man. And then iron is taken from the earth, and brass is formed from the ore of the earth. And the earth does the work of giving itself for every need that we have. So man is able to gather, to work hard, to labor, to get things from the earth to use for life. So all of those things are at man's disposal. Let's keep reading. Verse 12 says, but where shall wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding? Man knoweth not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living. Good morning, sunshine. The depth said, it is not in me, and the sea said, it is not with me. It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof. It cannot be valued with the gold of Ophir, with the precious onyx or the sapphire. The gold and the crystal cannot equal it, and the exchange of it shall not be for jewels of fine gold. No mention shall be made of coral or of pearl, for the price of wisdom is above rubies. The topaz of Ethiopia shall not equal it, neither shall it be valued with pure gold. Whence then cometh wisdom? And where is the place of understanding? So, we can do a whole lot of things. We can get a whole lot of things by laboring and working hard and digging and pulling and reaping and gathering. God has already put all those things here for our use at our disposal. So we can do a whole lot of things. We can get a whole lot of things. But one thing we cannot get just by the work of uh, our muscles, our brawn, is wisdom. That is a gift of God, wisdom and understanding. And so Job is asking the question, where can I go get that? Where can I get wisdom? Can I work hard? Can I trade some silver or some gold for wisdom and understanding? Can I purchase it? Can I go dig it up? Can I fish for it? Where can I get wisdom? Well, we already know the answer to that, and Job knew it when he was talking in this narrative. He knew where wisdom comes from. Verse 17 says, "The gold and the crystal cannot equal it, and the exchange of it shall not be for jewels of fine gold. No mention shall be made of coral or of pearls, for the price of wisdom is above rubies." So I can't go digging in the sea. I can't, no matter how high up I go or how low down I go, I cannot get wisdom but from one place. Let's drop down to verse 21. "Seeing it is hid from the eyes of all living and kept closed from the fowls of the air. Destruction and death say, we have heard the fame thereof with our ears." So, sometimes people want to go and talk to a, a medium and see if they can talk to the dead to see if they can give them understanding and wisdom. Wisdom comes from one place. You can't even go to talk to someone who's lived this life and passed on, because all they would be able to tell you is that um, we have heard the fame thereof with our ears. So we know about it, but only wisdom and understanding comes from God. You have to know the right source to go to. You have to know that we can't pay the price for it. We don't have enough. So we have to go and get it from God. And God has already told us that it is a gift. You don't have enough money for it. Your money's not good here. It is a gift. I will give it to you liberally if you ask me for it. Let's keep reading. It says in verse 23, "God understandeth the way thereof, and he knoweth the place thereof. For he looketh to the ends of the earth and seeth under the whole heaven." God is the only one who knows everything, knows where to see and find everything, because where it is where he put it. Verse 25, "To make the weight for the winds." I'm sorry, let me start at 24 so it flows better. "For he looketh to the ends of the earth and seeth under the whole heaven, to make the weight for the winds, and he weighted the waters by measure." If you try to grab wind with your hand, there is no weight. You don't feel anything, and it doesn't weigh anything, but you let it start blowing. You let the heavens open up and that wind start traveling at 150 miles per hour, and it can flatten tall buildings. And so the only one who can corral that weight of the air, of the wind, is God himself. Verse 26 says, "When he made a decree for the rain and a way for the lightning of the thunder." God is the only one who can make lightning strike and thunder roll. He is it. He has that power. He has that wisdom to know how that works and how to get that done. "Then did he see it and declared it. He prepared it, yea, and searched it out. And unto man he said, Behold." So God is the one who controls, who has, who harnesses, who created wisdom and understanding. And so when we want that, we have to go to him. And verse 28 is going to tell us, because we've already seen and heard that you can't go deep enough to get it, high enough to get it. You can't have enough gold, silver, onyx, rubies, sapphires, metal. You can't have enough of things to possess it. So let's find out, how can I get wisdom? How can I understand the things that are too hard for man to understand? Verse 28 says, and unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. So the wisdom of God is not for our entertainment, not even for us to bottle and sell, but it is to teach us and encourage us to do the will of the Father. Wisdom will take a sinner and direct them in the right direction so that they follow God and trust him and lean on him for all things. And, we just have to remember that we cannot get understanding of things that happen except from God. Sometimes people try to explain it to you when certain things happen to you in your life. Your friends will try to give you some advice and try to give you some wisdom and tell you what things are meant for, and why things happen. But some answers, and I used to tell my kids this when they would ask me questions as a kid, especially my son, I would say some things you're not going to get the answer to until you speak face to face with God, because there are some things that only God can answer. And that's that deep wisdom and understanding. But if we will trust him, that he has the understanding, that he has the wisdom, if we trust what he does in our life and lean not to what we think and what our friends think and what this person thinks and what that person thinks, if we just listen to God and trust him and look to him, because he is the one who orchestrated all of this, then we will be in the right place, getting the right information, and we will get the wisdom that we ask for if we ask it of God. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you spending time with me and walking through Job with me, chapter 28. Go back and look at it again, and you might see something I didn't see. Until next time, remember to walk through the Word of God before you run out and try to do His will. Make sure that you have gotten instructions, understanding, and wisdom from Him. And whatever you do, always remember that you are blessed to be a blessing to someone else. I hope that I have been that for you today. And thank you. Sunshine said that she took notes. I'm glad. And thank you, my daughter, number one, for your encouragement. Share this with anyone else that you know who might need a little encouraging to look to God for wisdom and understanding, because we don't understand all things, and only He can give us understanding. And when He does not give us the understanding that we desire about situations, He will give us a peace with it. Even though we don't understand it, we will have peace with it. I'll see you next time.